You better work.
Hey YouTube, if you are liking the deck techs that we're making here at Commander's Brew, do us a favor, go ahead, hit subscribe down below. It's really, really nice. Helps us out a bunch. If you want to help us out even more, you can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/commandersbrew. But without further ado, let's get to this week's very special, absolutely fabulous deck tech. Sean, what are we doing this week?
Magic Project Runway.
Simple, elegant, high fashion.
We're going to talk best dressed. We're going to talk about worst dressed. We're going to tell you which cards have the best dressed Magic fashion. We're talking fabric. We're not talking armor, okay?
Yeah.
We're not talking about function. We're talking fashion, right? Armor protects you. Armor can look great. But that's not what we're about. We're about the fashion of it all.
Yes, we're talking about editorial looks. We're talking about art here. We're talking about garments as a way of expression. We're talking about creating your own looks and what they mean, and that's what we're doing. So we're all about very fashion forward here.
We also, whenever we say look, it's spelled L-E-W-K.
Yeah, that's right.
Whenever we say it.
That's how the fashion world does it, and that's how we do it. Basically,
Yes, okay.
You can sub anything we do as a absolute norm for the fashion world. Milan, Paris, London, New York, Dominaria. That's what's happening here today.
Moulin Rouge, New Jack City, Ravnica.
Other very fashionable cities. We all know this. Okay, well, let's just jump right into it with our commander. Now, of all the deck techs you've seen us do here on YouTube, this is certainly the one where we use the term deck the most loosely. Like this, we're not exactly building a super functional deck here, but we are creating a super fashionable deck. And to lead this deck, we need a 5-color commander because we're drawn from all realms of the colors here in Magic. So we decided to go with the absolute best dressed 5-color commander, and that is Corona False God. She is looking fabulous. Now, like I said, we're not, or like Sean said rather, we're not really dealing with a lot of armor in this episode. We're looking for more of the fabrics, but look at Corona. Look at that headpiece. Another thing you're going to notice a lot. Magic artists love to make very fashionable headpieces, and Corona is rocking it. She's floating in the air, serving us a little body with the legs sticking out from under that like what do you call that? I don't know, dress, that bottom piece, that fabric that's just hanging off of her. But it looks fantastic mixed with that upper armor piece. Corona, best dressed 5-color commander. Close second goes to Sliver Queen, who just looks also quite fantastic.
But second is meaningless in the fashion world.
Absolutely. It's basically you lost, you're dead, you are nothing if you're second.
Okay, first category. First category is Elvish Eleganza Extravaganza. Who do we have coming down the runway here in the Elves category?
First up on the runway is Elvish Clan Caller. Look at this look. I love it. Serving us some Starfield of Nyx type feel in here. Like, it looks like her garment is just made of the stars. It's shimmering. It's got this like corset piece that's just fabulous. I'm loving it. She's got the accessories of little sword, magic stick, and then a classic, elvish headpiece. Tying it all together is a very traditional look. I love Elvish Clan Caller. Very elegant.
Absolutely. Next coming down the runway, about to make the turn, is Collar of the Claw. I'd like to point out how Collar of the Claw is wearing a full bear as a coat. Not only that, sleek drapery underneath the bear makes us think, is that part of the bear's skin or is that something else? I don't know. It makes me feel things. Now, I know fur is controversial in the fashion world, right? But this is the color green. Green says that every creature has a purpose, and that bear's purpose was to be fashion for Collar of the Claw.
That bear's whole purpose was to be a fabulous look for Collar of the Claw.
Circle of life.
That's right. And this circle of life has a big old check mark in the middle. Next is this fabulous elvish look here is Imperious Perfect, and it's because it is a perfect statement piece on this runway. Imperious, it's like she had a real, like, I'm in the forest, there's flowers about, I need to make a bunch of elf warriors, so I'm just going to make it work moment. Like, that's what Imperious Perfect is doing, and she came out with the perfect look. Look at it, how this bodysuit elongates her torso. It's the longest torso I think I've ever seen.
Great.
It's ridiculous. How is this possible?
Fashion isn't meant for you to think you can just wear this yourself, right? This is about the art of it all.
That's true. The art, and the art is really making a statement here, and Imperious Perfect looks fantastic.
Fantastic. What category is next?
Ooh,
Who's coming down the aisle
category
next?
is Angels, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And
first up is Lightning Angel. She harnesses the lightning, and she harnesses a great look while she's at it. Those wings are not just accessories. She's got a sword. She's got cool boots and a cool corset type of thing. I like everything that Lightning Angel is bringing to the table.
Sean, don't forget about that sick headpiece.
Sick headpiece, once again.
Next in the category of Angels, baby, is this amazing, like, Sasha Velour channeling, like, goth look from Fallen Angel. I love every bit of it. It's despair, it's darkness, it's terrifying, and I absolutely am here for all of it. The wings, the dead wings, the strapped leather. It's like a very S&M moment. I love it. It looks fantastic.
Looks fantastic. And next up is Tariel, Reckoner of Souls. Tariel, I see Tariel, and then I question what my eyes are doing. So many lines, so many angles. There's so much coming at me at once. So you would think that would be too much. That would be a negative. But on Tariel, it works. WERKS.
Oh, what a rush. Yeah, does it look like Tariel is the long-lost member of Legion of Doom? You know, does it look like maybe she was supposed to be in the Road Warriors in WCW? Yes, but it works for this runway, for right now. This looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Next category is Yas Queens.
We're bringing you the queens of the queens. Leading off is Coffin Queen. Look at this elegant bodysuit. Do you know how hard it is to pull off a bodysuit like this where you have 4 arms? And I want to point out the use of the hair along with it. That hair is coiffed perfectly. Every angle is meant for you to go with the flow of the dress. Every curve, every like little angle on it. Not to mention, her makeup job is flawless to remove every feature except her lips.
The makeup is on point. The headpiece is on point. Those little skeletons are just in awe. They love Coffin Queen.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Garzazal, Plague Queen. The Grixis Ice Age Vampire Realness is here, and we are also here for it. It's fantastic. Curvy, pointy, very in this season. As you'll see with the accents on the shoulder pieces for Garzazal, as well as that cape, what she's making that cape doing. Also, don't ignore the fact that that's a weird dead bird on the end of that stick. That dead bird head or whatever. But the fur piece around the neck, that bodice, it's looking fantastic. And Garzazal's rocking a very like David Bowie moment with the hair, and I love it.
I love it too. And who could forget the queen of all queens, Queen Marchesa, the Mardu realness. She is the embodiment of fierceness. Disagree with me? Well, then that 1/1 assassin with death touch and haste will come kill you.
I want everyone from now on, when you play Queen Marchesa, you have to say the Mardu realness. Please, every time. Look at her. She's a model. She's beautiful. She's rocking that ghost crown, and she just looks fantastic.
It's almost a shame she was born into royalty and has to do royal things because she was meant for the runway.
She was absolutely meant for the runway. Sean, what's the next category here?
Ooh, the next category is fashion beasts. And I don't mean beasts of fashion, although they are that. I mean fashion and they're beasts.
Absolutely. These are the non-humanoid fashion beasts that are out there slaying enemies as well as slaying runways. And first up, we have Siege Rhino. Siege Rhino is sporting a very elegant series of diamond-shaped flags while also wearing a full building on its back. This is a very exclusive party. If you want to get into the Chic Rhino like tent back party thing, if you're in there, then you know you're the who's who of the fashion world. And Siege Rhino is also one of the who's who's of the fashion world because he's ready to get out there. He's gonna gore his opponents and he's gonna look fabulous while doing it.
Yeah, that tent on the back of Siege Rhino is a 2 Michelin star restaurant, and it only seats 1, so you need a reservation.
It only seats that guy driving the Siege Rhino.
Yeah, you need a reservation. The reservation list is 3 years long.
Because this guy eats there every day. He basically never leaves.
Yeah, that's where he lives,
Yeah.
And the 3 years is his life expectancy.
Yeah, 3 years, he's going to get bucked off of the Rhino, and you're going to get in there. Amazing. What's next?
Oh, I want to talk about Guardian Lions. I just look at Guardian Lions and I think elegance. I think presence. They are majesty incarnate, and they're just a 1/6. But they don't need all that glory. They're just going to here to guard that cool gold building and tell you what fierce is.
And they absolutely embody fierce with those magic headpieces. Once again, loving the headpieces, really working it. Next, we have Gilded Ceradon. Look at the extravagance, at the elegance also of Gilded Ceradon. This is a giant beast from Amonkhet that's just rocking this long, like, tailed, golden-haired look with these, like, nickel bolus bracelets. The jewelry here is representing the accessories are on point. Gilded Ceradon is a fashion beast.
Another category,
Ooh.
we want to give a little bit of a shout out, not necessarily to the fashion, but the models who wear it. Great fashion couldn't exist without the models who are gonna work it.
Category is You Better Work.
Yes, who is our first model in our model feature?
It is Bassandra, Battle Seraph. Now, if you've watched the show before, maybe before we've talked about Bassandra as an excellent creature to have to quell all the shenanigans of combat, but also she is a fierce Battle Seraph model looking queen, and she is serving us some sassy body and pulling off what, might not be the most, incredible like original look. She's basically wearing a bathing suit with like a bit of some like your mom's curtains hanging off the bottom there, but she looks fabulous while doing it. Look at the hair. It's completely like it's rising to the challenge, as is Bassandra, and she's just here for all of it.
Bassandra knows how to work it for sure.
Absolutely.
Much in the same way that Aaron the Relentless knows how to work that look.
Oof.
Yeah, Aaron took a blade to the eye, but do you think that inhibited his blue steel look 1 iota? No. Zoolander owes everything he has to Aaron the Relentless.
Now, obviously, Aaron here, he's a fantastic model, and he's the epitome of how a model can sell a look if the look isn't necessarily doing it all by itself. And, I don't know how much I am here for the Bret Michaels / Axl Rose moment here, but Aaron is selling it with that look, like you said. That's just the power of the model. And finally, when it comes to MTG models, the best out there, we've got to include Weapons Trainer. Now listen, if you're anything like me, and you've been watching fashion-based reality shows for the last month or so nonstop, you know that at some point in those shows, and in fact at multiple points, you're going to get a model who's going to do the thing where they do the Blade Runner bit where they paint black straight across their eyes, and it's very it's a very respected move. It's high fashion, and Weapons Trainer is pulling it off better than anyone I've ever seen. Look at the hair too. Like, she's serving this androgynous look that's just bypassing the boring armor that they're wearing, and also just go ahead and ignore the fact that I'm holding the tiniest knife in history.
You know what? Because Weapons Trainer doesn't need a big knife to slay on the runway.
Oh, absolutely. Weapons Trainer looking fierce. Yes.
Now let's get to our best dressed. This is the moment we've been waiting for. We're going to highlight the best dressed cards in all of Magic's history. I want to lead off with Arena Rector. Look at the grace. The wisdom comes through in the robes. Parts of the robe look like around her neck. Is that see-through or am I not meant to see through it? Is that the same fabric? My eyes are playing tricks on me, but I do know one thing, and that is this is a great piece of fashion.
Sean, fashion is ageless, and you can go ahead and quote me. It's true for Arena Rector. It's true for everyone. Look at the fabric used here is just fantastic. That double belt look, really bringing everything together. It is fabulous. Next, in the best dressed category, we have Arcane Artisan. I'm absolutely in awe of this look. My breath is taken away by this chic, sexy red and white. Like you usually want to avoid the red and white in any kind of stripe pattern. It'll make you look like a giant candy cane. But Arcane Artisan pulls it off, even with a like fur shoulder piece. It's serving us like winter chic instead of like Christmas carols. You know what I mean? It's doing everything it needs to do. Part of it is because of that fantastic like violet tchotchke looking headpiece she's got on there. She's rocking a cape and she's serving up some kind of spell and saying, "Come through."
Yeah. Fantastic. And one more. Might be the best dressed card in all of Magic. It's Niambi, Faithful Healer. A lot of us don't know a lot about Niambi because she was in the Planeswalker deck fairly recently with Dominaria. Didn't make the regular release. However, this dress is undeniable.
Flawless.
The colors, the positioning, the way it hangs, the lines, every fold, every drape, it's perfect. Can I also point out that Niambi lives around dirt? Do you see a speck of dirt on this outfit? No, you do not.
Absolutely not. It is pristine. Absolutely pristine. The accessories are on point here. Everything's looking fantastic. Niambi herself is giving this come hither pose of saying, "Hey, come on in. I just made a fresh pot of soup. Everything's going to be fine." And is she carrying around a dirty old stick with her? Yes. But does that take away from this look? Absolutely not. This is perfect. Perfection. Thank you.
Perfection.
She's beautiful.
Perfection.
She's perfect. She looks like Linda Evangelista. She's a model. Thank you. Okay. That is our best dressed. Those are our top 3 best dressed. And I think that's a pretty definitive list, Sean. I think that's absolutely definitive.
We don't do non-definitive lists here on Commander's Brew.
No, we certainly do not. But if you have a best dressed list, you got to have a worst dressed list. And these are some of the fashion fails in MTG history. Some of the absolute worst. Let's talk about this first one.
Oh, Chaos Harlequin. I don't even know where to begin. The colors don't match. Your face is dumb. Your pose is dumb. One of your arms is too long. I don't like you. Go back to whatever weird Jack in the Box you came from.
Yeah, the patterns here are just not doing it for me, and I love a headpiece, but this headpiece is really not working for Chaos Harlequin. Keep in mind, when I was looking through these pictures, I was looking for the best dressed people, and when you come across this guy, you have a bit of a laugh about it. A bit of a laugh. Second here, we have for worst dress is Deepwood Drummer. Listen, Deepwood Drummer is a carefree dude. He's in the forest. He's banging on his drums. He's having a true laugh. But when it comes to fashion, he's really not pulling it off. You just threw on a ratty old black T-shirt and like a puffy vest. And I'm sorry, that's not going to cut it around here, especially with that mustache. I'm very sorry, Deepwood Drummer, but you're on the worst dress list.
Worst dress list. And joining you on that worst dress list is not Lurking Informant himself, although Lurking Informant, the hood thing is a bit passé. All those shoulder armor pieces don't add anything to the outfit. We want to highlight the person behind Lurking Informant. That weird combination Santa Claus, garden gnome. Is it a melted candle? I'm not sure what you're trying to wear there, but I don't like it, and it's the worst.
Yeah, Sarah said he's trying his best to be Jasmine's dad from Aladdin and absolutely failing, and I think that's pretty on point. What's that pocket doing? Did you just strap a dream catcher to the middle of your dress? Like, what's going on, sir? Whatever it is, it's not working for me.
Not at all.
Not at all. Well, we're at the end of the episode now, but we got to pick our absolute favorite looks. Sean, what did you go with?
Oh, no problem. My favorite is Lord Magnus. I love the way Lord Magnus challenges what we know about shape and what a neck is supposed to be. Just using fashion for, are those antlers part of his outfit, or is he standing in front of a tree? These are the questions we can't answer.
We don't know. It's a very avant-garde look. It's very high fashion. I absolutely adore it. I think it's fantastic.
Yes.
For me, I went with something a little simpler, just to highlight that fashion can come in many forms. I chose Null Mage Shepherd, and Null Mage Shepherd is just, first of all, one of the best models in the game. Look at the lines, look at the angles we're seeing with Null Mage Shepherd. Look at that pose. It is on point, and it's a very simple garment. It's simple fabrics. It's a beautiful wrap. Love that headpiece. It's everything you want. This is high magic fashion right here. It's elvish, shaman, tribal realness.
Truly.
And that's it. That's the show.
That is the best dressed in Magic. Please comment below if you have any other nominations you feel we should have meant. Make sure you check out our tapped out list, because although the deck is a loose deck, it's more of the art there. Check that before you comment, or just throw up your favorite piece of best dressed. If we missed a worst dressed, we'll entertain that as well.
Absolutely. We'll definitely entertain any nominations for either of these lists. And I just want to say, if any cosplayers want to use this list as their definitive best dressed characters in Magic, by all means, go ahead. Just make sure you credit Commander's Brew, because, we did put a lot of work into this. We did do all the work. So absolutely, you're free to take inspiration from us, as probably everyone does, for fashion stuff. Look at what we're wearing today. Obviously, very fashion forward. Again, high fashion editorial, Linda Evangelista. We look like models. Everything's great. Thanks to everyone for listening, and we will be back next week with another Deck Tech. Goodbye.
Big thanks to all our patrons who make these episodes possible.
Yeah, and if you want to check out more comedy videos, check out our Brews News playlist.
Make sure you follow us on Twitch TV to see when we play live.
If you want to chat with us, head over to Twitter. We're at Commander's Brew.
And please hit subscribe to ding the bell and find out when we got new stuff coming out.
See you next time.
Bye.